Advertising can be a struggle. Where to spend your money? Are you reaching the right audience? If you are looking for an effective method that reaches a large fan base at once, then here's your ticket with Live Ticket TV. With over 90 schools in the state of South Dakota, we can help you advertise locally with just your team or reach the region and state. Plus, a portion of all sales go directly back to the school. Get a hold of Todd Sandel today and let's get started in building your brand with Live Ticket TV.
We connect people. Have been for 100 years or so. How we get that done? Well, that won't always be the same. But why we connect people? Not in a million years is that ever going to change. We didn't build the communities that made South Dakota. No. We just brought them together.
Harvest is in full swing, and Grossenberg Implement has the integrated solution staff to help you. Don't trust just anyone with your data. Give their staff at any of their 9 locations a call to review your harvest data through John Deere Operations Center. Many changes have been made to this useful tool, and their staff is trained to get you through it. Grossenberg Implement, where service is the other half of a great product.
Lucky for us, life is full of choices, big and small. They define us, make us who we are. And when it comes time for you to choose a car, home, your next big adventure, or start a new business, Farmers Union Insurance has the variety of coverage options to protect each perfect moment. Farmers Union Insurance. Contact your local Farmers Union Insurance agent today.
Service Master of Pier is your go-to service experts for a wide variety of cleaning needs. Since 2003, we have developed the most effective methods and products to service virtually every type of industry. We're known for our exceptional carpet and upholstery cleaning, but did you know we also offer cleaning of all types of flooring, along with providing fire and water restoration, commercial cleaning, janitorial services, and construction cleanup. Service Master of Pier is a proud sponsor of TF Riggs Governors and Lady Govs, as well as Stanley County Buffaloes and Lady Buffs activities.
Allied Plumbing and Heating is your contact for business, farm, commercial, and residential plumbing needs located in Pierre. No job is too big or small for Allied. Put our over 50 years of experience to work for you. At Allied Plumbing and Heating, the only surprise we want for our customers is how fast they get the job done. That's why we offer free estimates on every single service, no hidden charges. Give them a call today at Allied Plumbing and Heating. Remember, you can rely on your allies.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 57,000 participants here in South Dakota who take part in high school sports or activities.
John Hoffman Electric is your neighborhood electrical service contractor, and so much more. No job is too big or too small for our team of professionals. We pride ourselves on keeping up with new technologies, such as Aerial, an augmented reality visual tool used to customize and experience a finished space before breaking ground. So whether you're building new or renovating a home, farm, or commercial space, let John Hoffman Electric light the way. John Hoffman is a proud sponsor of all local activities broadcast on Live Ticket TV.
That moment when you realize your furnace is stone cold busted. We're talking a real put on every sweater you own, I can't feel my feet, penguin predicament. But fear not, there's an expert for that.
Let your local heating experts at Pites Service Experts keep you warm with $50 off any furnace repair.
Like it toasty? There's an expert for that.
Call Pites Service Experts at 866-EXPERTS. See website for license details.
CoreCares helps individuals stay at home by offering caregiving, nursing, and medical alert systems in over 55 communities in South Dakota. Specializing in tasks like bathing, meal prep, and medication setups, our well-trained staff delivers exceptional care. We invest in our team through customized training and comprehensive benefits. To learn more about job opportunities or services, visit our website at corecares.com. CoreCares, proudly serving our community.
Looking for top-notch printing services? Choose Preferred Printing, your South Dakota union printer. We provide mailing services, create banners, vehicle decals, stationery and business forms, event materials including specialty items, apparel, and more. Our skilled team brings your vision to life with exceptional quality and attention to detail. And as a locally veteran-owned shop, we're dedicated to serving our community. Experience the difference with Preferred Printing. Visit us at preferredsd.com or call 605-333-0535 today.
When you're in the need for high-quality replacement auto parts, look no further than Zander Auto Parts and Machine Shop in Pierre. Zander's has been servicing the Pierre area for over 40 years. Their professional parts techs can get you the part you need and get you back on the road. Stop by Zander Auto Parts and Machine Shop at 500 West Sioux in Pierre or call 224-9221. Zander's, your source for domestic and foreign auto parts and accessories.
Being a part of a community means sharing the history and future of the people all around you. For 115 years, First Fidelity Bank has been doing just that, helping you get the most out of life by providing the services and tools you need, the conveniences and technology you want, and the friendly faces you expect. So you get everything you need right here in the place you call home. Now and for many years to come. First Fidelity Bank.
Do you want to join one of the oldest established organizations in Fort Pierre? Perhaps you are more interested in protecting the future. Whatever your position, the Fort Pierre Volunteer Fire Department is for you. We are responsible for fire protection in Fort Pierre and Stanley County. Become part of this amazing team by stopping down at the fire hall and discussing enrollment. We are not just limited to adults, as we have a new cadet program for students ages 14 to 18. For more information, click on our banner ad on the homepage. From everyone at the fire hall, go Buffs!
With our new online loan application, you can go to our website and apply for a loan when it's most convenient for you. We make getting loan approval fast and easy. Our local lenders are available to assist you if you have any questions. We make it pain-free to get that loan you've been wanting. We're an equal housing lender. Oahe Federal Credit Union, your hometown credit union since 1955. Federally insured by NCUA.
For over 70 years, Pitt's Design Build has earned our reputation locally for serving communities across South Dakota. We provide design and building services for schools, hospitals, churches, commercial offices, multifamily housing, and so much more. Pitt's Design Build is conveniently located in Pierre, Mitchell, and Sioux Falls to serve you and your organization. We bring value to our clients by facilitating the design and/or construction process. Give us a call today and check us out at pittsdesignbuild.com for a free building consultation.
The Corner Station Convenience Store and the Crossing Pub are both conveniently located on Pleasant Drive in Pierre, South Dakota. At the Corner Station, grab your favorite hot and cold beverages and snacks while filling your vehicle up with Cenex brand gasoline. The Corner Station also features a super tunnel car wash to keep your vehicle sparkling clean. At the Crossing, grab a cold beverage and check out their selection of appetizers while watching the Stanley County Buffaloes and Pierre Governors live on their big screen televisions. Best of luck to all area students from the Corner Station and the Crossing.
Titan Machinery is actively hiring service technicians to our Case IH team in Highmore, Miller, and Pierre. Whether you are an experienced technician or looking to start your career, Titan has a spot for you. Earn a competitive pay with the potential to make upwards of 6 figures. Titan Machinery offers company HSA and 401k contributions, free single health care, and a generous tool allowance. For more information, log into titanmachinery.com/careers or contact Titan Machinery, your Case IH dealer, at 701-356-0130.
What if we said a bank isn't a place to lock up money? It's a place to set it free. What if the point of banking wasn't to bank at all, but to put your ideas to work? What if your bank asked, what if a little more? Well, what if we told you we do? We're American Bank and Trust, where what if meets why not? If you're ready to change what you get out of banking, start a relationship with us. What if you made the move today?
And we talked with her about what she wants to see from her team, some of the goals that she wants her team to achieve tonight. And for the Colome Cowgirls, still putting together things for their season as they try to continue to build on success. And head coach over there, Taylor Harabanek, is going to be trying to get them to do some of the same things that head coach TJ Dragasset on the other side is having her team try to implement here. Again, we'll get to that in our keys to success in just a little bit. Folks, as we remind you, the South Dakota Office of Highway Safety celebrates being part of the team and reminds you to buckle up every trip, every time. I know I had just mentioned that a moment ago, but the South Dakota Office of Highway Safety wanted me to remind you of that. Didn't have the chance to remind you on the way home last week, so I wanted to double up there. Before we do anything further, let's get to our keys to success and hear a word from our friends at First Fidelity Bank.
Crunch early, crunch late, like worn leather boots on a trail. Crunch like a pastry knife through pie crust, or steel-toed boots at a construction site. Here's to the ones that come through when the pressure's on, when it's crunch time, so to speak. For you, we do more than run the numbers. We crunch them.
This is Stephanie Sanchez, your mortgage loan officer at First Fidelity Bank, serving Pierre and Fort Pierre. I'm ready to crunch some numbers for you.
Wherever you're born to be, Stephanie was born to help you get there. First Fidelity, born to bank. Equal housing lender.
Got a little bit of Rush playing here for our keys to success, greatest band of all time, and we've got a great match coming up for you. TJ Dragasset wants her team to do many things. She wants them to play hard, play aggressive, but the biggest thing for head coach TJ Dragasset of the Stanley County Lady Buffaloes is she wants to keep the serve numbers low. And I know I feel like I say this every time I come on the pregame, but they put 3 or 4 goals on a whiteboard each night, and she wants her team to visualize those goals, go out there, play aggressive, and make those things happen. She does keep things fun, but she is falling back on her captains to really be the heart and soul of this team. Riley Kafka, she said, has been more talkative this season, and that has helped a lot. And really watching this team grow, she said she wanted to work on the passing of this team, get the fundamentals and really drive those home. And you could just see it through the progression of the season. That has gotten much crisper, much cleaner, and that has been much to the pleasure of TJ Dragasset. On the other side for Colome, got a little bit of history that might be made tonight for the team's libero. We'll get to that in the match, as it will be a special moment for one Colome Cowgirl. And once it happens, we'll let you know exactly as it goes down. Don't want to spoil it because we don't want to get ahead of ourselves, as we're just got our fingers crossed and hope that it happens, because breaking records in high school sports is something that lives with you as a player forever. Moving a little bit forward, we're going to get to our starting lineups here in a little bit, but we're about 10 or so minutes from tip-off here inside Parkview Arena. So, folks, come on out, make your way out to Fort Pierre for a great volleyball match that we've got ahead of us. And, folks, if you're listening on the radio, listening on KGFX, or streaming on drgnews.com via live ticket, remember, you can always make your listening experience much more streamlined and enjoyable by downloading our DRG News app. You can hear all the action from here tonight. You can hear all the action that we've got coming up tomorrow night with a full slate of high school football. The Stanley County Buffaloes are off, going to try to nurse some injuries back to health. We've got a big soccer match coming up on Saturday, as well as some other volleyball action as well. So go ahead and download that DRG News app. You'll be better off for it, I promise you. We're going to step away for 2 minutes. When we come back, we'll meet tonight's officials. We'll get you those starting lineups, and we'll get this highly anticipated match underway. You're listening to Stanley County Lady Buffalo Volleyball here on KGFX.
Wind Circle, operating since 1995. We combine quality customer service and experience with the right technology to meet your needs. Our cybersecurity certified technicians will make sure your systems are secure. Services offered are video and data cabling, service and support contracts, cutting-edge camera systems to door security devices. Wind Circle has many hardware options: Dell, HP, Cisco, SonicWall, and Ruckus, to name a few. Our staff has over 30 years of combined network design and cabling experience at your disposal. Call us today, 605-224-1111, and request a free quote. Again, that's 605-224-1111.
Dano's Marine in Fort Pierre is your one-stop shop for all things boats and watercraft. They are your local Vexus and Alumacraft boat dealer, some of the best boats on the water. Dano's also offers a full line of services to maintain your boat out of the water so you can enjoy more time on the water. Their certified technicians proudly service Yamaha, Mercury, and Evergreen motors. Stop in today to visit about your next watercraft. Dano's Marine, proud sponsor of Pier and Fort Pierre athletics and events.
Do you have a pest problem? Got bats, ants, termites? Family owned and operated, Olson's Pest Technicians have had over 50 years experience taking care of pest problems in places across South Dakota, Nebraska, and Iowa. Utilizing brilliant methods such as Centricon bait stations for termites and Vicane treatment for bed bugs. There's no pest too tough for Olson's Pest Technicians. If you have pest problems, call 800-KILL-BUGS.
Graham Tire of Pierre is your premier hometown shop, specializing in tires to fit vehicles, from ATVs to large farm equipment and everything in between. At your tire store next door, you can find a plethora of brand name tires that range from 4 to 10 ply and much more. Our highly skilled technicians can handle brakes, heating, and air conditioning. Call us today at 224-8643 or visit us at grahamtire.com. Graham Tire is a proud sponsor of Pierre and surrounding communities' local activities.
To Wagner Auto, CHS River Plains, Coke, Menards, and Dakota Mart. Booster Club has more fun planned for the school year, and they invite you to join them. Find out more on Facebook or attend their meetings held the first Monday of each month at 6 p.m. at the Fort Pierre Senior Center. Stanley County Booster Club, proud to be SC.
You just got a quote from a company and are now being billed for not choosing them. Many contracts have what's referred to as a contingency agreement. These typically state that if you don't go with them, you, after insurance has approved the repair work, will be charged a percentage of the job they quoted. Ask up front if they charge to provide an estimate. Never sign anything that you haven't fully read or understand. If you have any questions, reach out to the South Dakota Office of Attorney General's Consumer Protection Division at 800-300-1986.
Less than 5 minutes till we tip this match off between the Colome Cowgirls and the hometown Stanley County Lady Buffaloes. Hello, everybody. Justin Cower going to be bringing you all the live action here tonight from Parkview Arena on Play for Pink Night here in Fort Pierre. You know, we heard one of those ads about the homecoming parade that was last week. Big thanks to CHS River Plains, who sponsors our halftime show, and we'll hear a word from them as we progress through this match. But great turnout in Fort Pierre from all the folks that were lining the streets for the homecoming parade. We had the honor of walking through, handing out some candy, and it was a lot of fun to see all the school spirit. As I mentioned, the student section for the Stanley County Lady Buffaloes team is full tonight. They are still filing in, trying to find those few and far in-between seats that are quickly filling in. So as you're making your way out, folks, you better hurry up. There's not many places to get in as this match is getting ready to start. Big night here for the Lady Buffaloes. And let's tell you who's going to be playing. Before we get to the Lady Buffaloes, we're going to take you through the roster for the visiting Colome Cowgirls. And tonight we're going to be seeing, it's a shorter list of this roster for the Colome Cowgirls. A lot of the girls played in the JV match beforehand, so they are a little bit loose, got those legs warmed up, and are ready to play here tonight. We'll start from top to bottom. Rayma Vober, Gracie Rohde, Aspen McKenzie, Raylene Kingsley, Tenley Rohde, Cameron Seegers, Michaela Chambers, Annika Musser, Aaliyah Musser, Emmy Nelson, Keisha Kartak, Emma Watzel, Justice Konitz, and Wesley Cahoy. For the Stanley County Lady Buffaloes, we'll read you their roster, as we'll likely see almost all, if not all, get into tonight's match. Reagan Taylor, the senior, standing at 5'5". Liberty Harrington, another senior, at 5'4". Carly Brady, Casey Knight, Brecken Hubner will be taking things over in the middle, going to be trying to slam home some kills. Austin Norman, Briley Kafka, also going to be starting tonight for the Lady Buffaloes. Isabella Talamentes will be checking in. Journey Schnee, Addie Deal, Joe Ray Walker, Chesney Heason, Timber Hansen, and Reese Hand. And Reese Hand had a really good stretch in that match on Monday night against Lyman as she went 4 aces in a row. And Stanley County going to be leaning heavy on her tonight, hoping to do the same thing as they take on these Colome Cowgirls. You heard our word from our South Dakota Attorney General's Office Division of Consumer Protection. They sponsor our introduction of the game officials, and calling things tonight, keeping things between the lines, will be Todd Sandel and Hannah Nelson. Todd likely will be up in the tower, Hannah down on the floor. And we're about to get the national anthem underway. We're going to meet both starting lineups and figure out who's going to be starting. And, hopefully for Colome Cowgirls, the team libero, hoping that she can get some history made. It's Wesley Cahoy. And we'll fill you in on that as it happens. Again, I don't want to jinx anything. The announcer's jinx is a real thing, and we don't want to spoil it for her. But some incredible history could be made here tonight. So we're going to step away for the national anthem. We'll meet our starting lineups in the break. And when we get back, we are set to get things underway. You're listening to Stanley County Volleyball here on KGFX.
When you're thinking of a new or used car, motorcycle, pickup, or RV, think of us. We make all sorts of vehicle loans. We can set you up with payments that fit your budget. So if you have getting some new wheels in mind, stop by and see us. We'll get you the right loan. Dakota Plains Federal Credit Union, federally insured by NCUA. We're big on you.
We're small enough to know your name, but we're big on you.
Out here, you learn that to keep growing, you have to keep changing. CHS and the farmers and ranchers we serve know all about change, because together we've changed agriculture. That's why we're the largest farmer-owned cooperative in the country. So farmers own the system they count on, with advantages at every step. From innovative tools that help crops grow, to grain processing expertise, to energy solutions, we create connections to empower agriculture. Learn more at chsinc.com.
Do you have a new pair of jeans or a favorite shirt with a small tear or hole? Or your winter coat has a broken zipper? Don't throw them away. Call Lila Briggs Sewing and Embroidery in Fort Pierre to have your items fixed as good as new. They also provide hemming, other sewing services, as well as custom embroidery for a truly professional look and design. Lila Briggs Sewing and Embroidery is a proud supporter of all Stanley County school activities and wishes the student athletes the best of luck in the school year.
To help you with all your electrical problems.
Venture Communications is your 100% fiber optic connection to the internet, providing your areas with gigabit internet speeds, the fastest and most reliable internet service available. It's perfect for streaming your TV services and connecting all your devices with the managed Wi-Fi router from Venture Communications. With Venture Communications' 100% fiber optic internet service, your experience will be second to none. Venture Communications is proud to support high school sports and the communities we serve. Find out more at venturefibernow.com.
When you need building supplies, there's no need to go anywhere except to Bauman Lumber in Fort Pierre. Bauman Lumber is locally owned and offers quality products, expert advice, free estimates, and free local delivery for large or small projects. Whether it's a home improvement project, remodel job, or all new construction, they even welcome special orders. Quality building materials and affordable prices for residential or commercial projects can be found at Bauman Lumber, 1223 Sale Barn Road, Fort Pierre, or call 223-9762.
You want peace of mind that you're healthy. Support your breast health by getting a mammogram every year starting at age 40. Multiple Avera Breast Center locations across the region offer easy access. We'll create a screening plan that makes sense for you. You have access to specialized breast cancer experts should you need it. Find a screening location near you at avera.org/breast.
The holidays are coming, and Oahe Federal Credit Union is here with our holiday loan special. Borrow up to $1,500 for 12 months at just 5% APR. Whether it's for gifts or travel, we've got you covered. Stop by or apply online, oahefcu.coop, and make your holidays stress-free with Oahe Federal Credit Union's holiday loan special.
People helping people. Oahe Federal Credit Union.
We are moments away from tip-off here inside Parkview Arena. Let's bring you tonight's starting lineups. We read through both of the rosters, and now the teams starting on the floor for the visiting Colome Cowgirls: Gracie Rohde, Aspen McKenzie, Raylan Kingsley, Cameron Seegers, Emmy Nelson, and Wesley Cahoy. The starting lineup for the Stanley County Lady Buffaloes will be number 1, Reagan Taylor, number 9, Casey Knight, number 5, Brecken Hubner, Riley Kafka, Jerea Walker, number 22, Reese Hand. As we told you, it's a pink out night, and in between sets, they're going to be doing a bucket run to collect some change for a great cause. And really nice message there from our PA announcer. It's not only in support of breast cancer, it's cancer of all kinds that they're here trying to fight tonight. And pink night in town at Fort Pierre. The visiting Colome Cowgirls are going to be in the road greens, actually. The libero will be wearing the road white in Wesley Cahoy. They've got the white numerals, the green lettering, and the green stripe down the left side and right side of the jerseys. A little bit different look here for the Lady Buffaloes tonight. It's pink night. They're going to be wearing the pink home jerseys with the black numerals and black shorts. The libero, Reese Hand, is in the black top with the pink numerals, and she is waiting patiently to be checked in. And we are waiting patiently to get this thing started. Justin Cowart broadcasting to you here tonight. We've got Brian Menning doing all the great camera work on drgnews.com via Live Ticket TV. And we've also got Megan Sexton back in the studio. And it's Mr. Sandel getting ready to get things started. He's got the ball in hand, making sure all the numbers are right for tonight's starting lineups. As we mentioned, great crowd on hand, and they were giving away some free pink merch supplied by Avera. Throwing out some mini volleyballs and getting everybody hyped up for this match. As we told you, Stanley County goes down to Lyman 3-1 on Monday night. They look to avenge that. Aspen McKenzie will be starting us off with the first serve of tonight's match for the visiting Colome Cowgirls. She bounces it twice, right hand up in the air, slings it across the net, and we are underway. Brecken Hubner going to get her first touch as she pops it over the top of the net, kept alive by the Cowgirls. Michaela Chambers with the soft touch over the net, trying to set up Huber again, and she gets the kill attempt, but it's kept alive nicely by the Cowgirls, played back across by Reagan Kingsley, and a soft touch up and over by Casey Knight dumps it into the no-man's land spot for the Colome Cowgirls, and the first point of tonight's match goes to the home team, Lady Buffaloes. Casey Knight will head back and will be the first to serve here tonight for Stanley County. She approaches in a nice serve, kind of handcuffs Aspen McKenzie, and unable to get to it was Seegers And it's quickly 2-0 here for the Lady Buffaloes. And I'm going to say it every time I get a Stanley County game. The student section never disappoints. They are out in numbers here tonight as Casey Knight approaches for her second straight serve, gets it across, popped up in the air, almost goes in the elevated basket. Here, not basketball season quite yet in Parkview Arena. Kept alive here by the Cubs, and a hard kill attempt there from Addie Deal. That one's popped up by Kafka, kept alive here. Deal going to take another run at it. Blocked a beautiful defense there from Kingsley. Wanted a net violation, didn't get it. As Reagan Taylor keeps it alive, chasing after it. And this one is just going to get too many touches for the Colome Cowgirls. A nice diving attempt save from Gracie Rohde. It was just a little bit too far out in front of her. Almost did a gorgeous job keeping that one alive. But here comes Casey Knight again with the 3-0 lead for the Lady Buffaloes. Wesley Cahoy with the return. Kafka sending it Reagan Taylor's way. Knight going to field that one and give it off to Taylor. Taylor with a little bit too much heat behind that one. And the Colome Cowgirls will get their first points of tonight's match. Seegers with the serve, sends it across with the right hand. Reese Hand drawing back for the second touch. Kafka plays it across with the third. Nicely placed, and now it's going to be sent back across by Kingsley. Trying to set up Hubner. Want to get her going tonight at the nets. This one going to come back across from Seegers. Reese Hand, the recipient of that swing. And a beautiful block by Seegers, but kept alive by Kafka on the Lady Buffalo side of things. Hubner going to send it across to keep the point going. Kingsley wanted to try to get the kill there, kept alive by the pink jerseys of the Lady Buffaloes. Longest volley thus far. And a kill coming, and beautifully done by Reagan Kingsley, who stands an inch short of 6 foot. But she elevated much higher than her 5'11" frame there to get that kill with Brecken Hubner in her face. So they cut it to within one. It's 3-2 here in our first game of this best-of-5 match. Hubner coming back after the serve, trying to get this kill. Cahoy chasing after it, punches it with the right hand, and it's kept alive by Colome. Beautifully done there, I should say. Reagan Taylor keeping it alive. Kingsley with the deflection. Kill coming from the Stanley County side. It was Addie Deal with the attempt, but it went a little bit too far wide. And it's all tied up at 3. Serve is going to be a little bit long. Reese Hand was trying to get after it, but luckily for her, it was a little bit too far out in front. And the point will go to Stanley County. Want to get the scoreboard corrected here. They got the point going the wrong way. Addie Deal will serve. Sending it across, played back Reese Hand's direction by Cameron Seegers. Riley Kafka with a beautiful kill, as she didn't have to put a lot of heat on that one. She had her eyes on the floor and just dumped it right into no man's land, and we're all tied up here at 4. Addie Deal back to serve yet again for Stanley County with the right hand. Low driving serve, just crests the top of the net. Going to be played back across in Reese Hand. Oh, should have let that one go. Gracie Rohde for the Colome Cowgirls played it back towards Reese Hand, and she was in the area. It was going to go long, but again, Reese Hand wanting to play it smart, not let anything go by, or tried to play it, went off the side of her forearm. So the point will go to Colome. Cahoy will be back to serve for the Cowgirls. Here comes Brecken Hubner with a kill, kept alive by Cahoy. Diving save made by the Cowgirls. Cahoy is going to send it back over after the beautiful save from Rohde. Rohde again gets her hands on this one. Kill attempt goes back into the net. How many touches is this going to be? Hubner with a nice defensive play at the net. As Aspen McKenzie tried to send it across, but Hubner using her size there, able to send it back the other way. All 6'1" of her. Back to serve now is Hubner. High floating serve. And the return a little bit long, but kept alive by Stanley County. And swung back across Colome's direction. Colome trying to set up Kingsley on the kill. Stanley County keeping it alive. Two-handed touch pass across for Isabella Talamentes, who's now checked into this match. Casey Knight keeping it alive. Jorea Walker swings it back across Colome's direction. Right-handed kill can't be handled by Casey Knight, and a perfectly placed ball. I believe that was Emmy Nelson with the kill for Colome. And they cut the deficit to 1, 6-5. Stanley County still leads here early on in this match. We're only in game 1 of this best of 5. Raylan Kingsley will serve with the left hand. First left-handed serve of the night for either side. Nicely done by Jerea Walker with a soft touch up and over the net. Rhodey went down diving to try to get the pancake underneath it. But Jerea Walker, she can do it both. She can slam it with some speed, but she can also put a little finesse on it. So it's 7-5 Stanley County. Liberty Harrington swinging it back across. Here's Casey Knight, gets to it. Kapka with a kill. Did that one touch the line? We're going to see what the call is, and our far side official is going to say it was out. Todd Sandel was looking down to our flagswoman, and she was a little bit indecisive there. But we play on. Here's a serve. Reese Hand slipping on the back line there. There was a little bit of moisture maybe on the court. Her right foot went out from under her. She was trying to make a play on that ball. They don't have the mop crew out like you see on a basketball game, but somebody's got to go get that cleaned up before that happens again. Riley Kafka trying to get a kill. It goes into the net. And Colome finding a little bit of rhythm here. Scoreboard says 8-7, Colome leads. Serve coming across by Gracie Rhodey. Diving save by Talamentes. Sent across by Walker. Nice save by Cahoy there. Diving in, but a little bit of miscommunication there between Aspen McKenzie and Emmy Nelson. They were both there at the same time. Both sent it into the net. We're tied at 8. Riley Kafka will head back to serve for Stanley County now. She wastes no time, sends it across. One pop, and now sent across, but long. Aspen McKenzie had the right idea, but Reese Hand now getting settled in back there, lets that one sail. Kafka with another right-handed serve. Colome setting it up. Popped across by McKenzie. Here comes Jerea Walker with the kill, and deflected perfectly at the net by Emmy Nelson. And that'll send it back to Colome for the service. It will be Emmy Nelson to serve for the Cowgirls. This one popped high up by the clenched fists of Liberty Harrington. Somehow kept alive by the Lady Buffaloes. Sent back Colome's direction. Diving save by Reese. Hand gets it across. And it drops into no man's land. A perfectly placed little punch shot there from Reese Hand, putting her body on the line, and it worked out perfectly for her. I'm not going to make any assumptions. I don't think she was trying to do that, but if she was, it was perfectly executed, and she will get the honor of serving here. Boy keeps it alive after the first touch, sent back across by Seegers. Casey Knight trying to set up Huebner. Huebner with a kill, kept alive beautifully by Reagan Kingsley. Raylan Kingsley having a good match here early on. Another kill attempt from Huebner. This time it is successful, and it's 11-9, so Stanley County may be finding a little bit of rhythm. We know Reese Hand was great serving the ball against Lyman Monday night. She looks to continue that here and is continuing that. Here comes another serve, and this one just a bit wide. Smartly played there to let it go wide by Raylan Kingsley. So Colome cuts it back 2-1. Aspen McKenzie with the serve, but a service error, the first of the night. And this ain't soccer chants rain through Parkview Arena. Took me a little while to figure out what they were talking about. Not the quickest guy up here in the broadcast booth. As this serve is popped up into the air and just lands a little bit short by Cameron Seegers. A nice serve from Casey Knight. And she'll do it again. 13-10, Stanley County leads. Knight approaches, perfectly placed serve. Cahoy gets to it, and in fear of running into the bleachers, Aspen McKenzie pulls up. I don't blame her. She was bearing down on those purple bleachers over there on the far side. And that's what we call a business decision. 14-10, Stanley County leads. Casey Knight to serve again. This time into the net, a little bit off of the right side of her palm there. But she doesn't hang her head. She goes in, gets the high fives from her teammates. And now Cameron Siegels will serve for the Cowgirls. Sent across, kept alive by Reese Hand, trying to set up Reagan Taylor on the kill. Deflected at the net by Kingsley. Here comes the swing across with the right hand. Just gets over the top of the net and falls. Addie Deal was diving, trying to save it. But a nicely placed kill there from Gracie Rohde. And it's 14-12, Colome trails. Here comes Huebner with a soft left-handed touch over the net. And another one. Wow. Beautifully done by Brecken Huebner, as that one was kept alive by Gracie Rohde. It just got to the top of the net, and Brecken Huebner just kind of reaches up with the left hand, pops the top of the ball, and it went straight down the elevator shaft. Nothing Colome could have done about that one. Addie Deal back to serve for the Lady Buffalo, sends it across, but it's a little bit too long. As McKenzie and Cameron Siegers were back there, they kind of looked at each other, said, "I'm not touching it, you better not either." And it went long. So Cahoy on to serve now. The Cowgirls libero. Kept alive by Briley Kafka on the far side. Reagan Taylor, two-handed touch over at the top of the net. Kingsley with the left-handed push over top. Here comes Kafka now returning for the Lady Buffaloes. Beautiful diving save by Cahoy, but it just goes right of that post that sticks up out of the top of the net, which is kind of like the pseudo out-of-bounds line for where that netting is. If it goes around that, the point is awarded to the other squad. So it's 16-13, Lady Buffaloes lead. Perfect serve from Brecken Huebner. A couple diving Cowgirls couldn't keep it alive. And Huebner gets the ace. So Huebner will take it over again. It'll be sent back across by Kingsley, and a couple shouting Lady Buffaloes to let that one fall, and the teammates listen in turn. And it's 18-13. Stanley County leads. We've got our first Agtegra timeout of this match. Acres Ahead can maximize your farm's earning potential straight from the start. Contact your local Agtegra cooperative today. We're going to step aside for about 30 seconds. We'll be back with the remainder of set number 1 here in Fort Pierre. Listening to Stanley County Volleyball on KGFX.
Explore the 2023 Lincoln Navigator at Capital City Ford in Lincoln. Every time you approach your Lincoln, you'll receive a re-carpet welcome. Twin turbocharged 3.5 V6 engine with auto start stop technology, you'll travel confidently with technology that meets all your needs. Now you can get the 2023 Navigator for 5.9% at 72 months. Stop in to see the full vehicle lineup at Capital City Ford in Lincoln. Capital City Ford in Pierce, South Dakota.
Fort Pierre is Stanley County leads 18-13 in game 1 of this best-of-5 match. And Wesley Cahoy of the Colome Cowgirls in search of a bit of history tonight. We could see it. Like I said, I don't want to give it away. I don't want to jinx anything. I don't want to be the reason that she does not pull off this feat. I've been told by some of my coworkers that I'm beginning to maybe become a little bit of a bad luck charm. It seems everywhere I go, my teams cannot get success. We're trying to get that out of the way. Brecken Huebner on to serve for the Stanley County Lady Buffaloes. She sends it across, kept up and pushed up in the air by Cameron Siegers. Kill attempts coming deflected by Reagan Taylor, but Emmy Nelson gets the point, and the deficit is down to 4. So Stanley County would love to get this first set, take the advantage. It's what they did against Lyman. It seemed like everything was cruising for the Lady Buffaloes against Lyman on Monday night, as the service off the left hand of Raylan Kinsley goes into the net. It'll be Kingsley's first service error of the night. 19-14 Stanley County leads. But as I was saying, on Monday night, Lyman kind of took over that match in set number 2. They won set number 2 convincingly. It was a very exciting match, but congratulations to the Lyman team for stealing a win on the road. Serve coming from Liberty Harrington, about a ball's length too long. She was trying to get that ace and almost placed it perfectly, but it will turn things over to Gracie Rohde for the Cowgirls. It's 19-15, and now we're going to get a stoppage in play. And I believe this is the historic moment that we were all waiting for. So this stoppage of play, they're going to throw this ball off to the side and keep it safe for Wesley Cahoy, as she has reached 1,000 digs in her career as a Colome Cowgirl. So congratulations to Miss Cahoy. What an honor it is to call that feat, but what an achievement it is for Miss Wesley Cahoy. And that is going to be tonight's big play of the game. She has reached 1,000 digs in her career, reached it right there in front of our very eyes, and it was great to see them toss that volleyball over for Miss Cahoy. So an unscheduled timeout for her as they celebrate the 1,000th dig of her career. And so now we're going to get a little bit of towel work on the court as well while we take this timeout. And while we're in this timeout, we remind you that Agtegra lets you know that acres ahead can maximize your farm's earning potential straight from the start. Contact your local Agtegra cooperative today. As I travel around the state, I get to see all these Agtegra cooperatives kind of placed along the way, and love the folks over at Agtegra. Getting a couple of rounds of applause for Wesley Cahoy. If there's anything that I could change for her in this moment, I wish she was able to do this on her home floor back in Colome. Pretty decent crowd that traveled with the Cowgirls tonight. And Todd Sandel over in that huddle, in that grouping of the Colome Cowgirls, congratulating not only Wesley Cahoy, but also Taylor Grabenek for having a player on her team to reach such a feat. And as is advertised and as she deserves, Wesley Cahoy's got a big smile on her face. So again, congratulations to Wesley Cahoy for reaching 1,000 career digs in her high school career. Save that ball. She's going to have that ball for a very, very long time. And if she's anything like all the other families in South Dakota, she's going to have a young volleyball superstar along the way at some point. Who knows? Maybe we'll be calling a younger Cahoy in the later years. Back to action here as the service comes across towards Stanley County's direction. Briley Kafka with a kill attempt, kept alive beautifully. Gracie Rohde popping things up over for Emmy Nelson. Jerea Walker with a beautiful kill, and it was deflected away by Raylan Kingsley. But the heat and pace behind that one was too much for the Cowgirls. Addie Deal will check into the game. Isabella Talamentez will take a seat. Share some high fives as Briley Kafka sends the serve across with the right hand, trying to set up a kill here near side for Seegers. Saved by the Buffaloes. Kafka sends it across with two hands. And Addie Deal, and we're going to see, was that a net violation? They are going to say it was. She was going over the top of the net with that one. So Addie Deal with the right idea, but a little bit too far of an encroachment from the right hand of Deal. It's 20-16, Colome trails, but they do have the service here. Emmy Nelson will take it. Couple of dribbles with the right hand. She approaches and sends it over. AC Knight's trying to say, now we get another net violation, and that's going to go Colome's direction as well. So two in a row against the Lady Buffaloes, kind of opening the back door here for the Cowgirls. They've cut this deficit down to 3. And Emmy Nelson with another nice serve, sending it back Stanley County's way. Jerea Walker with a soft right-handed touch, swinging it back Colome's direction. And now the play is going to be too much for Michaela Chambers. She tried to fit it in that back right corner, but put a little bit too much heat on it. 21-17, Stanley County leads. Reese Hand with the serve, twirling ball is going to send Cahoy back after the first touch, and now played back across by Seegers, and in perfect position was Seegers to drop that one in over the net. Diving Briley Kafka couldn't get to it, and it's 21-18. McKenzie with the serve for the Cowgirls. Addie Deal going to send it back across. Kind of caught her off guard. Did McKenzie get caught off guard, I should say. That play from Walker got it right in the wrist of Aspen McKenzie. So McKenzie was there, but nicely done there from the Stanley County Lady Buffaloes. They lead by 4, 3 points away from winning this first game of this set, and now 2 points away from winning the first game of this match. And so we're going to get another timeout here taken by Colome, and we'll step away for 30 seconds in this Agtegra timeout. We'll let you know what Agtegra has to say on the back end of this 30-second break. We'll be right back on KGFX with more Stanley County Lady Buffalo volleyball.
Bank West is rooted in South Dakota. Committed to local success. Just like you. We're all connected. In South Dakota, for South Dakota. Convenient, connected, committed. Bank West.
23-18, Stanley County with the lead, and I want to remind you, Acres Ahead can maximize your farm's earning potential straight from the start. Contact your local Agtegra cooperative today. Coming out of this Agtegra timeout, Stanley County 2 points away from taking game one. It'll be Casey Knight back to serve in the pink jerseys on play for Pink Knight, and an ace coming from Casey Knight. They are 1 point away from taking a 1-0 lead in this best-of-5 match. So Casey Knight gets the ace. Can she do it again with the right hand? She sends it across. This one a little bit softer, fielded by the Cowgirls. And now Hubner with a kill as the first touch came back the Stanley County direction. And they win set number one, 25-18. So they lead this match 1-0 after the first set win. We're going to step away for 2 minutes while they get some water. We're going to catch our breath and see if Stanley County is going to run away with this thing or if Colome can climb back in. We'll be back in 2 minutes with some more volleyball action here on KGFX.
Stay at Mobridge Country Inn and Guide Service, locally owned on Highway 12 and 20 West. Enjoy clean linens, plenty of amenities, and a comfortable stay with authentic country hospitality. The inn is within walking distance to most of the town's attractions. Guests can enjoy continental breakfast, barbecue grills, HD cable TV, microwaves, refrigerators, free Wi-Fi, and much more throughout the property. Book guided fishing trips through the front desk. Proud supporter of all South Dakota high school activities.
This is what matters. This is beyond X's and O's. This is the difference mutual respect makes. This is what character looks like. This is what defines us in South Dakota. This is sportsmanship. School sports, it's not the outcome that matters most, but the way the games are played. This message presented by the South Dakota High School Activities Association and the South Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Agriculture is like no other business, which makes Farm Credit Services of America like no other lender. Owned by the farmers and ranchers we serve, our customers have a voice in how we work, a stake in what we do, and share in our success. Discover a lender that works for you at Farm Credit Services of America.
Reliable post-harvest burn-down application. We've got the tools and support you need to make the most of your season. This is Matt Mortensen asking you to trust our team to provide the right products and services to keep your fields productive and your operation running smoothly. CHS River Plains, your partner in success from planting to harvest and beyond.
Stanley County takes game one, 25-18. And both teams are back on the floor. Todd Sandel doing all the administrative work, making sure all the numbers are right. Hello, everybody. Justin Cowart bringing you live Stanley County Lady Buffalo volleyball action here versus the Colome Cowgirls tonight. Brian Menning on the camera tonight for Live Ticket TV. Megan Sexton back in the booth. Thrilled to have you joining us tonight. If you're listening on KGFX, if you're streaming live on drgnews.com, remember you can download that DRG News app. Make your listening experience much streamlined and much easier. Here comes a serve from Casey Knight with the right hand, and she's going to start this off with an ace as it bounces around a couple times off of some Cowgirls. And that's the way you want to start this set if you're Casey Knight, her second ace of the game, or the match tonight, I should say. 1-0 here in game number 2 as the serve comes across, kind of handcuffs Kingsley, but kept alive. And now a kill coming from Hubner, but kept alive beautifully by the Cowgirls. Hubner trying to do it again at the net. Still bouncing back and forth. This time Reagan Taylor closes the door on the Cowgirls, and it's 2-0 after Reagan Taylor's first kill of this game. We'll see if Stanley County can try to channel their inner lineman and run away with this thing here in the later parts of this match. Serve came across And swung back over by the Cowgirls. Huebner sends it back their direction. Cahoy with a clinched fist pop up into the air. Third touch coming, and it's low, but kept alive beautifully there by Chambers. Here comes Huebner with the right-handed push across the net. Cahoy gets to that one. Trying to find Chambers again, but it finds the net. And Stanley County's off to a 3-0 start. So Casey Knight with the hot hand right now. And this one will find the net on the service error. I tell you, I say great things about somebody, and I jinx them just like that. So Aspen McKenzie now with the right-handed serve will go a little. No, they're going to say it hit the back line. Reese Hand let it go. I thought it was going to be long, too. But the flag was pointing down at the floor, which means it's in. It's a 1-point deficit now for the Cowgirls. McKenzie will send it back across yet again with the serve. Overheaded pop by Casey Knight. And Colome with a little bit of miscommunication. Kingsley was going to come in and try to make a play on that one. Cameron Seegers was also there. Looks like Seegers saw Kingsley out of the corner of her eye and thought she was going to let her take it. But it was kind of like two outfielders converging on a fly ball, and neither knew which one was going to take it. But Stanley County will take it. It's 4-2. Service coming across from Talamentes. Nice left-handed touch across the way from Kingsley. Riley Kafka going to send it back Colome's direction with the right hand. Kingsley going to try to get another kill here. Casey Knight sends it into the direction of two Colome Cowgirls. A diving save by Rhodey, but it went the wrong direction back towards the exit. And it's 5-2, Lady Buffaloes lead with the 1-0 game lead in this match. Talamentes with the serve a little bit long. She was trying to find the ace, but she'll have to keep searching through that deck of cards. So it's 5-3, Colome trails. It'll be Cameron Seegers now with the serve. With ease, she sends it across with the right hand. Stanley County trying to set up Kafka on the kill, deflected by Kingsley. And a couple touches. Talamentes chasing after it, pops it up near the Stanley County bench. Aspen McKenzie swings it back Stanley County's direction. Trying to set up Huebner on the kill. Beautiful job of keeping it alive for the moment by Cameron Seegers, but it finds hardwood on the near side of the Cowgirls' net. It's 6-3. Stanley County leads. Huebner will head back to serve. Reese Hand is out. Service by Huebner, kept alive by Cahoy. Chasing it down as Reagan Taylor punches it with the right fist, somehow gets it across the net. Kingsley swings it back the Stanley County direction. Huebner keeps it alive. Played across by Knight. Back to Huebner. Now Knight trying to set up Jerea Walker. Nice deflection at the net by Kingsley. Kingsley with the kill. Did she touch the net? She did not. And it's 6-4. Stanley County with the lead, but Colome hanging around. So now we'll get a whistle. And now the real celebration starting for Wesley Cahoy and her 1,000th dig. And they've got a banner here. They were waiting to get the banner in. And they're going to circle her. She's got the 1,000 digs, and she's going to take a team picture. And as we mentioned, they're going to save the ball. The Colome Cowgirls, the entire team and coaching staff surrounding Wesley Cahoy, as she has secured her 1,000th dig in her career. Very, very cool moment. A lot of cheering, fans on their feet, round of applause. What a special moment for Wesley Cahoy as they finally got that banner out there. And as we told you, Wesley Cahoy's 1,000th dig will be our big play of the game. And if Colome's able to pull this one out, she is most certainly going to be our Bauman Lumber player of the game, but they got to get the win first as the serve comes across. Almost got the ace, but kept alive somehow by Casey Knight. It was played across by Riley Kafka and out of play, but you got to give credit where credit's due. Casey Knight doing an outstanding job, and now she and Emmy Nelson are laughing at the net. I think Emmy Nelson was asking, how did you get to that one? Here comes the serve. Reagan Taylor with the kill coming across, but kept alive by Cahoy. Swung across by the Cowgirls. Here's Knight, gives it off to Jorea Walker, who just touches it up, keeps it alive. Reese hand over to Kafka, who swings it across. Trying to set up Emmy Nelson. Emmy Nelson with a low swinging pass across, and Kafka trying to get to it with the right hand, but it pops off that bar that comes up and out of the netting, and it'll fall in the Stanley County side. So Colome with a little bit of energy after that 1,000th dig from Wesley Cahoy ties things up at 6 apiece. And Cahoy with a little bit too much adrenaline pushes that one into the net from the serve. That'll be a service error for Cahoy. So Reagan Taylor back to serve now for the Lady Buffaloes with the 7-6 lead. Looping serve goes across. McKenzie trying to set up Emmy Nelson, but it finds the netting. A little bit too far out in front of Nelson. They extend the lead to 2 to the Lady Buffaloes. Reagan Taylor again with the serve, and that one caught a couple Colome Cowgirls off kilter. It was Cameron Seegers. It kind of went through her 2 hands and rattled around within her arms. And so that will be the error against Colome. 9-6 Stanley County leads. Reagan Taylor serving again. And I'm not going to say anything about how good she's been serving because she just got another ace, and I don't want to jinx her. So Reagan Taylor putting a couple great serves together here, extending the lead to 4 for Stanley County and trying to grow that lead. Emmy Nelson with the kill. That one goes too long. Reese Hand watches it bounce past the end line. It's 11-6 lead Stanley County. And we will get a timeout on the floor by Colome. We'll take it with them. Our Agtegra timeout lets you know acres ahead can maximize your farm's earning potential straight from the start. Contact your local Agtegra cooperative today. We're going to step away for 30 seconds, and we'll be back with more from Game 2 here at Parkview Arena on KGFX.
Advertising can be a struggle. Where to spend your money? Are you reaching the right audience? If you are looking for an effective method that reaches a large fan base at once, then here's your ticket with Live Ticket TV. With over 90 schools in the state of South Dakota, we can help you advertise locally with just your team or reach the region and state. Plus, a portion of all sales go directly back to the school. Get a hold of Todd Sandel today, and let's get started in building your brand with Live Ticket TV.
I wanna be your 18.
I think that's Taylor Swift playing us in. I don't know enough about music like Megan Sexton and Addie Johnson do. They know it all. And I know there's some Taylor Swift fans here tonight rocking the pink as it's Play for Pink night. Pink out inside Parkview Arena. If it ain't Rush, I don't really know it. So I apologize to all those Swifties out there. You don't want to get on the Swifties' bad side, that's for sure. Reagan Taylor sends a serve across and another ace. Again, I'm not going to make a comment about how great these serves have been for Reagan Taylor because she is on a roll, and I don't want to be the reason that it comes to an end. 12-6, Stanley County has increased their lead. Reagan Taylor sends Cahoy trotting backwards. Cahoy with the forearm pop. That swung across Reese Hand. Now trying to set up Riley Kafka. Deflected at the net. Kept alive by the Cowgirls. Got to get it over here. Aspen McKenzie able to do so with the 2 hands. And a nice little touch there from Casey Knight trying to catch the Cowgirls off guard. They didn't bite. Swung back to Reagan Taylor. And now Jorea Walker getting it up and over 2 defenders at the net. Aspen McKenzie there to make the play. Nice left-handed touch there from Reagan Kingsley. And they stopped the flurry. That was a 7-point run there for the Stanley County Lady Buffaloes, and Reagan Taylor at the line. And she did great to give the Lady Buffaloes a nice little cushion here in the second game. 12-7. Raylan Kingsley will send the serve across. Here comes Briley Kafka with the kill. Down to 2 knees, and it went up and over the net. It was nicely saved by Cameron Seegers, but Briley Kafka, it couldn't have had it more tailor-made for her. All she had to do was just hop up, put the right hand on it, and it found some hardwood. So 13-7, Stanley County leads, and Miss Kafka will head back to serve. She sends it across to the waiting Cahoy. Here comes Aspen McKenzie on the near side, gets it across. Nice touch by Casey Knight. McKenzie getting another swing. Reese Hand back there to field it. Here comes Addie Deal with the kill attempt. That one's deflected, but out of play for the Cowgirls. It's 14-7, Stanley County with the lead. And I'd be interested to know what TJ Dragoset told her team after that Lyman loss on Monday. As Kafka sends the serve across. Cahoy again getting the first touch. Aspen McKenzie with a kill. Did that one touch the line? They say it did not. It was close. We're at Wimbledon. They might want to go to the eye in the sky to check on that one, but the point will stand with Stanley County. They've increased their lead to 8. Kafka again with the serve. Tell you, Kafka is sending some great serves across the net here for Stanley County. Jorea Walker with a kill, gets it by Wesley Cahoy. Tell you, Wesley Cahoy is like a ball magnet back there on these serves. It seems that the last 5 or 6 serves from Stanley County have gone right to the Cowgirl libero. This one will head Reagan Kinsley's way. Kingsley able to keep it alive, swing it across Stanley County's direction. Addie Deal with some power on that kill, kept alive by Gracie Rohde, but that one finds the net, and it's point Stanley County. They are increasing this lead each and every time it seems that they get on the service. It's 17-7. Colome takes the timeout. We'll take it with them. We'll be back in 30 seconds after this word from our sponsors. You're listening to Stanley County Volleyball on KGFX.
We connect people. Have been for 100 years or so. How we get that done? Well, that won't always be the same. But why we connect people? Not in a million years is that ever going to change. We didn't build the communities that made South Dakota. No. We just brought them together.
To 7 here in game number 2. Stanley County with the 1-0 lead in the match. And Colome, win or lose, they're going to take away a historic night for Wesley Cahoy, who just reached her 1,000th dig in her career. Got the volleyball to prove it. So congratulations to Miss Cahoy on some Colome history. I'm sure the high school is going to want to put that volleyball somewhere in a showcase or something. If I'm Miss Cahoy, I'm holding on to that thing. So you can use a different volleyball as a placeholder. This one is mine. Briley Kafka back to serve again for Stanley County. She's had the hot hand. This time it goes a little bit long. So the adrenaline must have been mounting in that timeout in the right arm. But Briley Kafka, a little bit too much heat behind it. Colome will take it gladly. And Gracie Rohde will set back to serve. Right-handed soft serve over the top of the net. Here comes a kill from Jorea Walker, kept alive by Colome. Nelson trying to send it across, but it finds the netting. And Stanley County bearing down on that second win in as many games here in this match. Reese Hand with the right-handed serve, and it finds the hardwood in front of Raylan Kingsley, and that'll be Reese Hand's first ace of the game, and I would have to imagine that will not be her last. As we told you, she had 4 straight against Lyman. This one kept alive, popped back the Stanley County direction, trying to set up Huebner on a kill. They do. Cahoy got to it. And it goes up and into the rafters. And now we're going to have a discussion between Hannah Nelson in the tower and Todd Sandel, who's down on the floor, our 2 officials here tonight. So, waiting for the whistle. And it's point Colome. So I think Huebner, they're going to say, touch the net on that return. So instead of 20-8, it's 19-9, Stanley County with the lead. Emma Nelson will serve for Colome. Sends it right into the waiting arms of Briley Kafka. Huebner going to just get this one across with the right fist. Popped up and unable to get to it. There, Cameron Seegers, that one fell into the net. Austin Norman, who's checked into this match, was waiting for it. But she didn't have to do any work. Gets to take all the credit like myself. Here comes Casey Knight with the right-handed serve. Just gets up and over top of the net. clipped a little bit of the net, took a little bit of speed off of it, and it fell right in front of Raylan Kingsley. She did a nice job getting the pancake underneath it. But there's only so much energy you can get on a volleyball when you put your hand between the floor and the ball. As another serve here from Casey Knight gets into the chest of Gracie Rohde, caught her a little bit off guard. She couldn't get out of the way in time. And Stanley County is 3 points away from winning game 2. They lead 22-9. Casey Knight, nice soft overturning serve, saved by a diving Cahoy. They get it across. And they're trying to set up Austin Norman on the kill, kept alive by the Cowgirls, sending it over here to the near side. It touches the net once on the touch from Chambers, but falls out of bounds. It's 23-9. Stanley County leads. They can taste this game 2 victory. Right-handed serve sent across by Knight. Blocked at the net on the return from the Cowgirls. It was Cameron Seegers at the net, and Brecken Hubner was there to deny it. And Casey Knight looking to close out game 2 here. They're 1 point away. Serve saved by Cahoy. Now McKenzie sent back across. Reese Hand setting up Knight. Saved by a diving Cahoy. Swung back Stanley County's direction. Second touch by Hand. Austin Norman with a bit of a tough push there. She was kind of beaten by the angle of where that ball took her to, and it found the back of the netting on the Stanley County side. So Aspen McKenzie down 14 points, finds an ace, and cuts it down to 13. Never say never. So Aspen McKenzie at 5-5. The senior sends the serve across just a little bit too long. Reese Hand wisely let it go, and that will give the second game to Stanley County. They lead 2-0 in the match. They come back trying to close this thing out here in game number 3. We'll bring it all to you live here in about 2.5 minutes. We'll be right back with more Stanley County volleyball on KGFX.
Harvest is in full swing, and Grossenberg Implement has the integrated solution staff to help you. Don't trust just anyone with your data. Give their staff at any of their 9 locations a call to review your harvest data through John Deere Operations Center. Many changes have been made to this useful tool, and their staff is trained to get you through it. Grossenberg Implement, where service is the other half of a great product.
Lucky for us, life is full of choices, big and small. They define us, make us who we are. And when it comes time for you to choose a car, home, your next big adventure, or start a new business, Farmers Union Insurance has the variety of coverage options to protect each perfect moment. Farmers Union Insurance. Contact your local Farmers Union Insurance agent today.
Service Master of Pier is your go-to service experts for a wide variety of cleaning needs. Since 2003, we have developed the most effective methods and products to service virtually every type of industry. We're known for our exceptional carpet and upholstery cleaning, but did you know we also offer cleaning of all types of flooring, along with providing fire and water restoration, commercial cleaning, janitorial services, and construction cleanup. Service Master of Pier is a proud sponsor of TF Riggs Governors and Lady Govs, as well as Stanley County Buffaloes and Lady Buffs activities.
Allied Plumbing and Heating is your contact for business, farm, commercial, and residential plumbing needs located in Pierre. No job is too big or small for Allied. Put our over 50 years of experience to work for you. At Allied Plumbing and Heating, the only surprise we want for our customers is how fast they get the job done. That's why we offer free estimates on every single service, no hidden charges. Give them a call today at Allied Plumbing and Heating. Remember, you can rely on your allies.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 57,000 participants here in South Dakota who take part in high school sports or activities.
To being back up in the press box out at Ole Williamson Field next week, though, as Stanley County will take on, I believe, Potter County, as they look to make a push for the playoffs here in the latter half of the season. Gosh, that Stanley County Buffalo football team has been ravaged with injuries from the start. They opened up against a very good Hill City football team that ran a no-huddle offense, and my goodness, did the injury bug hit Stanley County early on. Had a couple guys missing some time after that game. Eddie Duffy came in to take over at quarterback. Had not seen any live action and did a good job stepping in. They got Paxton Deal back, but more injuries coming. So it's a good time to have a bye week for the Stanley County Buffalo football team. And we're excited to be bringing you live action here tonight from Parkview Arena out in Fort Pierre, with the Stanley County Lady Buffaloes winning the first game 25-18. Had a little bit more control there in game two. Reagan Taylor had the hot hand serving. They won that one 25-11. And Aspen McKenzie will start things for Colome and returned beautifully there from guess who? Reagan Taylor found a little bit of open space on the far side of the Colome Cowgirls side of things. They lead 1-0 here. They did the bucket run, collecting some change for Breast Cancer Awareness Month here inside. Great cause. Serve came across for the Stanley County Lady Buffaloes, kept alive there by Addie Deal. Now coming right back to Addie Deal, two-handed touch across the net. Nicely done, and that's going to find some hardwood. A little bit of miscommunication there from the Cowgirls, I believe. It was Raylan Kingsley over there as well as Cameron Seegers, and they were both kind of running to the ball at the same time. Casey Knight on to serve again. Aspen McKenzie kept it alive for Colome. Swung across by Michaela Chambers. Casey Knight trying to set up Huebner. Huebner with a beautiful block there at the net from Raylan Kingsley. But Huebner somehow kept it alive. That swung back across Stanley County's direction. Here comes Reagan Taylor with a kill, but it finds the net. They got all sorts of stuff going on out here at Parkview Arena. So if you're passing by, stop in. Giving out pink and purple hair extensions. I made a little donation, and they said, "You want to get your hair extension?" I said, "Of course." Went with the purple tonight. Serve coming from Cameron Seegers, a little bit too long. 3-1 Stanley County leads. Big thanks to the Avera Medical team for my new purple hair extension. Addie Deal with the right-handed serve. Seegers popping it up with the two hands. And the kill attempt from Gracie Road finds the net. So Stanley County with a good start here to this possible game-winning Game 3. They lead 2-0 in the match. They're up 4-1. Addie Deal's still on the serve. Deal sends it across, and wisely letting it go was Cameron Seegers. That one about 2 feet long. And Wesley Cahoy, who had her 1,000th dig of her career earlier on in this match. It's great to see them stop the match. She had a banner and everything. She sends the serve across. A beautiful diving save by Isabella Talamentez. Colome trying to keep this one alive. Pushed across by Seegers. Riley Kafka with a kill. Saved by Cahoy. Traversing to her right to get to that one. Emmy Nelson sends it across. Reese Hand keeping it alive for Stanley County. Reagan Taylor now trying to get the kill. Brecken Huebner, as it was deflected back her way, keeps it alive with the right hand. Reese Hand now sends it across. Another long volley here. Now Huebner at the net. Tries to get the kill. What a save from Wesley Cahoy with the right hand. Swung back Stanley County's direction. Riley Kafka trying to get the kill at the net. Where was it? It was out. So Colome showed a little bit of fight here. They were down 4-1. They're now down 4-3. Wesley Cahoy still on the serve. Approaches, sends it across. Reese Handy, Stanley County libero, fields it. Brecken Huebner with a kill. That one's deflected at the net, but couldn't get to it. Was other Cowgirls in the area. So Brecken Huebner gets a kill. Her first kill of this third game. And now she'll send back to serve. Sends it across with the right hand. Emmy Nelson Back towards Breckenhuber. A little bit of misdirection on that return from Breckenhuber. She says, that's my bad. It went over towards the Stanley County bench. And a couple Lady Buffaloes were headed that direction, but the bench was closing in on them. And again, another business decision made. They put their body on the line plenty. When things are in between the lines, they don't need to be doing that towards the bench. Serve off the left hand of Ryland Kingsley. A little bit of a miss hit. And hits one of her teammates in the back. So it's 6-4 now, Stanley County with the lead. Liberty Harrington will send the serve across. Diving save by Cahoy. Aspen McKenzie sends it across. Colome trying to keep it alive, and now a diving save made by Isabella Talamentes, and now we've got a little piece of merch that was thrown out before the match rolling out onto the floor. We see that plenty when we're calling soccer games. That out at the Pilk for our peer soccer games. We got fields on either side. We have a lot of loose balls coming into either side. Never seen a loose volleyball come out into the middle of a match, but they'll reset, start the point over again. Colome sending it back across after the serve. Reese Hand there to pop it, and a little bit of a mistouch there from Casey Knight. It was a little bit behind her head. She ran a little bit too far underneath it and was unable to regain her ground. So it's 6-5 Colome trails. They're on the serve. Gracie Rohde back to serve it for the Cowgirls. She applies the right hand and steps in front, trying to set up Jerea Walker on the soft touch kill. Kept alive by Colome. Sent back Reese Hand's direction. Here comes Briley Kafka with the kill. That one successful. So Stanley County has been able to find good rhythm on the service as Kafka sends it across. One-touch swing. Back the Buffaloes' direction. Hattie Deal with a soft touch. It's popped up by Emmy Nelson. A diving Cowgirl came in behind her. It was Cameron Seegers, but they were unable to keep it alive. It's a 3-point lead here for the Lady Buffaloes, looking to extend even further. Service from Kafka. Aspen McKenzie swings it back across. Reese Hand traverses the back line to get to that one. Hattie Deal wanted to kill that one, decided to go with the underhand. Here comes Aspen McKenzie with a soft right-handed touch over the net. Jerea Walker dumps it in on the Colome side. Aspen McKenzie again returning that one for the Cowgirls. Underhanded touch across for Jerea Walker. Kept alive by Cahoy. Now Emmy Nelson with the kill attempt. That one's perfectly placed. Casey Knight squatted down and tried to get to that one. But Emmy Nelson with perfect placement on that. Cuts the deficit to 2 for the Cowgirls. And Nelson will head back to serve. Nelson sends it Reese Hand's direction. Now over to Casey Knight. Jerea Walker kill. Kept alive somehow by the Cowgirls. Swung back across. Nice setup here from Stanley County and a nice touch by Jerea Walker as she dumps it into no man's land. And this is where Stanley County can really add some cushion with Reese Hand, one of the best serving Stanley County Lady Buffaloes back. She sends it across. That's another ace for Reese Hand. It was deflected by Gracie Rohde. But Reese Hand puts so much diabolical forward spin on that volleyball. It just dives in front of you as it gets over the net. This one, a little bit too much float on that one. And it lands long. So Reese Hand delivers the ace, but then the service error. So Aspen McKenzie wasting no time getting the serve going for the Cowgirls, wanting to keep that momentum that they're building. Breckenhuber shuts it down with a left-handed kill. Breckenhuber towering at 6'1" in front of the net, and when she jumps up into the rafters, it is a scary sight for anybody on the other side of the net. Casey Knight with the low driving serve, kept alive by Colome, swung across by Michaela Chambers. Huebner trying to get another kill. McKenzie with the touch. Swung back across by the Cowgirls. Reese Hand gets to this one, trying to set up Casey Knight, who pops it across the Colome direction. Now a couple touches coming for the Cowgirls, kept alive by Reese Hand. Now a two-handed swing from Casey Knight, kept alive by Cahoy. Kingsley sends it the Stanley County direction, trying to set up Hubner on the kill. She jumped a little bit too early, but it's still being popped around by Colome. Now swung back across by Kingsley. Longest volley of the night. Hubner trying to end it. Can't do it. Colome keeping it alive. My goodness. We're continuing to play on. Addie Deal tries to get the kill. Aspen McKenzie keeps it alive. This swung across, but out of play for Colome. It's 12-7. Stanley County with the lead. Take a deep breath, everybody. Casey Knight approaches. She serves. Waiting on it, Aspen McKenzie swung across by Chambers. Reese Hand pops it up to Casey Knight, who swings it over to Addie Deal, but a little bit off the right side of the palm into the net. Cameron Seegers back to serve, trying to keep Colome in this thing. Nice serve, just barely gets across the top of the net. Kept alive, Brecken Hubner with the kill. Kept alive by Cahoy. Swung back across by Chambers. A diving save by Hand. Popped over by Reagan Taylor. Colome with the touch sends it Addie Deal's direction. Casey Knight popping it to the back line for the Cowgirls to return. Kingsley popping it over. Journey Schnee into this game with a touch, and the kill coming from Addie Deal just a little bit too long. She's got hands on her face. Brecken Hubner over there to try to ease the pain of that miss a little bit. That's what I love about the Stanley County Lady Buffalo team. They expect so much out of themselves, but they pick each other up after mistakes. Service sent across by Cameron Seegers. Nicely done there. Journey Schnee trying to get it up to that front line, but a little bit too much sauce on it. And it's 12-10, so Colome doing a nice job not letting this thing get too far out of hand here in the third game. Seegers with the serve. Journey Schnee doing a nice job running back to get to that one, much to the pleasure of the Stanley County bench. Reese Hand waiting on the return back there, up to Casey Knight, who gets it to Brecken Hubner. Two-handed push pass across the top of the net, kept alive by Colome, swung back across by Michaela Chambers. Diving pancake by Reese Hand, and Hubner sends it across, shaking her hand like, I can't believe this is still going, thanks to the great play from Reese Hand. Here comes Reagan Taylor with a kill, deflected and blocked back the other way by Raylan Kingsley. So Colome and Taylor, Rabinek's team showing a lot of fight here as their backs are up against the wall, down 2-0 in the match. They only trail by one here in this game. Reese Hand with a diving save on the serve. Now she'll get the third touch as she swings it across. Cahoy there to field it. Schnee there popping it up, trying to get it to Casey Knight, and does. Knight trying to dump it into no man's land, but two diving Cowgirls make the save. Trying to set up Addie Deal on the kill. She put some force behind it. Somehow kept alive by the Cowgirls. My goodness. They're playing inspired out there. Reagan Taylor with the kill. That one goes long, and we're tied at 12. And now TJ Dragasette will take a timeout, wisely so, as Colome has come storming back from down 5 at one point in this set. We're going to take a 30-second Agtegra timeout. Acres ahead can maximize your farm's earning potential straight from the start. Contact your local Agtegra cooperative today. We'll be back in 30 seconds with more Stanley County Volleyball on KGFX.
John Hoffman Electric is your neighborhood electrical service contractor, and so much more. No job is too big or too small for our team of professionals. We pride ourselves on keeping up with new technologies, such as Aerial, an augmented reality visual tool used to customize and experience a finished space before breaking ground. So whether you're building new or renovating a home, farm, or commercial space, let John Hoffman Electric light the way. John Hoffman is a proud sponsor of all local activities broadcast on Live Ticket TV.
Has come storming back, trying to keep this thing alive. They've tied it up at 12. It'll be Cameron Seegers back to serve for the Cowgirls out of our Agtegra timeout. We heard from our friends at CHS River Plains a little bit earlier. Cameron Seegers trying to catch the Stanley County Lady Buffaloes off guard. Reese Hand wasn't even ready for that serve, but Stanley County doing a nice job keeping it alive. So Colome trying to find points wherever they can. Journey Schnee keeping this one alive nicely here for Stanley County. Addie Deal with the kill. What a save by Wesley Cahoy with the right hand diving. And they're going to say a net violation against Colome up too close. My goodness, that was a beautiful right-handed save from Wesley Cahoy. Just stuck the arm out there hoping for the best. And that's just years and years of reps taking over muscle memory for Wesley Cahoy. But the point does go to Stanley County and Isabella Talamentes, who's sporting the shorts this week. We normally see her in the long pants, is back to serve. Talamentes sends it across with the right hand. Colome trying to set something up. Swung back across backwards by Kingsley. Up and over her head. Briley Kafka with the kill attempt, but it's into the net. She started to look a little bit forward towards the floor. It's like when a receiver's got a pass coming his way, he looks upfield before he's actually got the ball. Briley Kafka, a little anxious there. I don't blame her. Here comes the serve, kept alive by hand. Hubner with a soft two-handed touch, going to dump it up and over the net. Colome swinging it back the Buffaloes' direction. Reagan Taylor now with a soft two-handed touch up and over two defenders at the net for Colome. Left-handed swing from Raylan Kingsley. Hubner with a two-handed swing back across Colome's direction. Kingsley sends it hands way. Trying to set up Hubner again with a kill, but it's deflected at the net nicely. Kept alive by Cahoy. Swung back over by the Colome Cowgirls. Hubner at the net, kind of piecing things with Raylan Kingsley, but still kept alive. We've had some long volleys in this match, and here we've got another one. Swung back across Reese Hand direction, but she couldn't get it far enough. Kind of handcuffed Casey Knight there up at the net. It was a little bit too far out in front of her. But a wonderful volley, and Colome's got their first lead of this game 3. Wesley Cahoy will serve, just clips the net as it crosses over the top. Riley Kafka with the kill attempt, kept alive by McKenzie. They're sending it back Gracie Rody's way. Riley Kafka going to try the kill again, and she gets the deflection. The block was made by Raylan Kingsley, but it was out of bounds, and we're tied back up at 14. You know, TJ Draga said, and the Stanley County Lady Buffaloes team would love to get the clean sweep 3-0. They're tied at 14 here in Game 3. Brecken Hubner with the serve. Cahoy popping it up for Emmy Nelson. Emmy Nelson with a nice touch, and it drops into no man's land right in front of a diving Brecken Hubner. She will check out for Reese Hand. It'll be Kingsley to serve. A diving swing across. Beautiful play made there. I believe that was Talamentes. It was, and the Cowgirls could not pull it together on the near side. Couldn't get it back and up over the net, and we're tied back up at 15 apiece. So Reagan Taylor will head back. Sends another serve across. 2 players for Colome over there by it. Riley Kafka with the kill at the net. It touched the top of the net and then fell right in front of Emmy Nelson. She had no play on that one. Perfectly done by Riley Kafka. So Reagan Taylor looking to keep the momentum going for Stanley County here. Sends the service across to Cahoy. Emmy Nelson with the return. They're going to set up Riley Kafka on the kill on the far side, and she had all kinds of space. Didn't miss that one. It's 17-15 Stanley County leads. So Reagan Taylor with the hot hand here for the Lady Buffaloes. 2-point lead. Floating serve across. We're going to try to set up Aspen McKenzie here near side. Swings it across for the Cowgirls. Reese Hand going to play it back the Colome direction. Played across. Riley Kafka, soft dump right into no man's land. 18-15, Stanley County leads. Reagan Taylor back to serve. She delivers another nice serve over the top. One touch back Stanley County's direction. Kafka, can she kill it again? Cahoy with a nice save. Aspen McKenzie trying to get it back across, but a little bit too much pace on that one. 19-15, and now a timeout taken by Colome. Stanley County can taste it. They lead 2-0 in the match. They lead 19-15 here in Game 3. We're going to take a quick 30-second Agtegra timeout. The acres ahead can maximize your farm's earning potential straight from the start. Contact your local Agtegra cooperative today. We'll be back in 30 with with the finish of set number 3.
That moment when you realize your furnace is stone cold busted. We're talking a real put on every sweater you own, I can't feel my feet, penguin predicament. But fear not, there's an expert for that.
Let your local heating experts at Pites Service Experts keep you warm with $50 off any furnace repair.
Like it toasty? There's an expert for that.
Call Pites Service Experts at 866-EXPERTS. See website for license details.
The student section getting loud. They can taste the victory here on Play for Pink Night. It's a pink out inside Parkview Arena. And it's Breast Cancer Awareness Month all month long here in October. We'll be seeing a lot of pink as Reagan Taylor approaches and serves, sends the serve across towards Colome's direction. Going to be popped up and over, kept alive nicely by Casey Knight. Soft touch by Jerea Walker to keep things alive. That one touches the net. Now too many touches coming for the Colome Cowgirls as the net hit it and sent it back their direction. Todd Sandel says 4 touches, and it's 20-15, 5 points away from securing this victory for the Lady Buffaloes. Reagan Taylor with the serve, kept alive by Cahoy. Aspen McKenzie trying to get it over, but right to Reagan Taylor. Swung across for Talamentes. Casey Knight pops it up, trying to find Kafka. Kafka with a nice directive touch, but kept alive by the Cowgirls. Here comes the swing, trying to set up Kafka again. She gets it touched and deflected at the net, but kept alive by the Cowgirls. Swung Stanley County's direction. Kafka wanted that kill, but it went up and over the net, so Colome will play it across and into no man's land, and a nice touch there from Gracie Rohde, and that'll clip the serving from Reagan Taylor and head it back to Colome. So Stanley County in search of their 11th win here tonight. Serve sent across by Rohde. Liberty Harrington doing just what she can to get this one across. Aspen McKenzie also doing what she can to keep it alive for the Cowgirls. Nice job by Talamentes traversing over and getting that one to Reese Hand, and now popped across there by Casey Knight. Swung back to Stanley County direction. Knight trying to set up Kafka for the kill. The kill is deflected. Kept alive. Nelson will just two-hand touch it across. Kafka again with a kill. Perfectly placed down the sideline and in the back corner. My goodness, Briley Kafka is having herself a third game in this set. In this match, I should say. So Kafka will head back to serve. 4 points away from the victory. Forward spinning serve sent back to Stanley County direction. Now Addie Deal with the kill in front of a diving Cowgirl and into the points. 22-16, Stanley County with the lead. And now we're going to take another timeout from Colome as they are feeling their backs against the wall. We're going to stay right here as they take their timeout. Stanley County 3 points away from getting this win. As we told you, they won the first set 25-18, and then a little bit more commanding in the second, 25-11. Colome has done a nice job keeping themselves in this one. They've trailed as much as 5 in this game and have clawed their way back in, but some great service from Reagan Taylor. And Briley Kafka has extended the cushion now to 6 points for Stanley County. Stanley County in the new pink jerseys here at home tonight. Colome in the visiting greens. Rarely do you see a road team with the dark colored jerseys, but with Stanley County able to wear the Play for Pink jerseys tonight. Doing something a little bit different. Here comes Briley Kafka still on the serve for Stanley County. She sends it across with the right hand up and over the head of Emmy Nelson, but Aspen McKenzie able to swing it back across. And a nice touch there by Liberty Harrington as it falls right where a Cowgirl is not. It wasn't the most devastating of kills in terms of speed, but when you can place it right there into no man's land, that will work. Briley Kafka 2 points away from the victory. Sends a Cowgirl diving to keep it alive. Swung back across the Buffaloes' direction. 3 Buffaloes in the area, and Harrington decides to take it. Aspen McKenzie plays it back across to the pink jersey Buffaloes. Jerea Walker with a two-handed dump over the top. And now a diving save by Reese Hand and Liberty Harrington, and Hand both diving at the same ball. And after Reese Hand made contact, kind of fell in between them, so Colome will be awarded the point. They trail by 6. And some ever important serves here coming from Emmy Nelson. Nelson with the right-handed serve, popped up into the air by Harrington. Now Jerea Walker with a left-handed touch over the top of the net. He'll attempt coming from Cameron Seegers, but it's into the netting, and Stanley County is 1 point away from their 11th victory on the season. They lead 24-17, and who else would you want back there to serve this one but Reese Hand? She sends it across with the right hand. Played back Stanley County's direction. One touched across. Now Stanley County's got an opportunity to kill it here. Brecken Huebner can end the match. Did it touch the line? It did not. A little bit too long. Wesley Cahoy with a high IQ play to let that one sail. And Colome stays alive. Aspen McKenzie with the right-handed serve. Down to Aeneas Kafka to save it. Trying to set up Huebner a little bit too low. She pops it up and over with the right hand. And now a point is going to be awarded to Stanley County for the illegal touch, and that will end the match. Kind of anticlimactic, but Stanley County will take it here on Play for Pink Night. They win the match 3-0, win set 3, 25-18, and get their 11th victory on the season. The student section's going to assist them into the locker room, rightfully so. They were loud and they were proud all night here tonight. They're digging their way towards the Stanley County Lady Buffaloes here after the 3-0 victory. We're going to step away here for 60 seconds. We'll be back with our Family Dental of Pierre and Gettysburg postgame show. We'll recap the whole match. We'll award our player of the game. We'll take one final look at our Wegner Auto scoreboard, and we'll get on out of here. Stanley County gets the 3-0 victory. We'll be back in 60 seconds to recap it all.
Core Cares helps individuals stay at home by offering caregiving, nursing, and medical alert systems in over 55 communities in South Dakota. Specializing in tasks like bathing, meal prep, and medication setups, our well-trained staff delivers exceptional care. We invest in our team through customized training and comprehensive benefits. To learn more about job opportunities or services, visit our website at corecares.com. Core Cares, proudly serving our community.
Looking for top-notch printing services? Choose Preferred Printing, your South Dakota union printer. We provide mailing services, create banners, vehicle decals, stationery and business forms, event materials including specialty items, apparel, and more. Our skilled team brings your vision to life with exceptional quality and attention to detail. And as a locally veteran-owned shop, we're dedicated to serving our community. Experience the difference with Preferred Printing. Visit us at preferredsd.com or call 605-333-0535 today.
So the Lady Buffaloes are down on the floor taking a picture in all of their Play for Pink gear after a big 3-0 victory over the Colome Cowgirls. Hello, everybody. Welcome into the CHS River Plains halftime show. I'm Justin Cowart. And celebrating the 11th win on the season for Stanley County, they improved to 11-9. Colome falls to 4-17 after the loss. Folks, if you enjoyed listening to this broadcast on KGFX or watching on drgnews.com, remember you can download the DRG News app to make your listening experience much more enjoyable and much more streamlined. Our big play of the game has to go to Miss Wesley Cahoy of the Colome Cowgirls, who got her 1,000th dig in her career. It was great. They had a little ceremony for her, a pseudo-ceremony. They brought out the banner. The team got to take a couple pictures with Wesley Cahoy and her 1,000th dig banner. She got to keep the volleyball. And, if there was anything I could wish more for Wesley Cahoy, I wish she got to do it at home on her in front of her home team crowd. But Stanley County was gracious as ever in celebrating with Miss Cahoy and her 1,000th dig. So congratulations to her on our big play of the game. Before we go any further, let's hear a word from our friends at Bauman Lumber. And our friends at Bauman Lumber sponsor our player of the game. We'll let you know who that is right after this.
When you need building supplies, there's no need to go anywhere except to Bauman Lumber in Fort Pierre. Bauman Lumber is locally owned and offers quality products, expert advice, free estimates, and free local delivery for large or small projects. Whether it's a home improvement project, remodel job, or all new construction, they even welcome special orders. Quality building materials and affordable prices for residential or commercial projects can be found at Bauman Lumber, 1223 Sale Barn Road, Fort Pierre, or call 223-9762.
And our Bauman Lumber player of the game tonight goes to Miss Reagan Taylor. Things were close in that game 3, but it was Reagan Taylor and her great serves that were able to create some cushion for Stanley County and stave off the comeback from the Colome Cowgirls. So congratulations to Miss Reagan Taylor. She's the proud new owner of our Bauman Lumber player of the game t-shirt. Folks, on your way home from the game, the South Dakota Office of Highway Safety reminds you buckling up is the best way to save your life in a crash. You've got some place to be. Big thanks to our friends at Bauman Lumber for sponsoring our sports video. Big thanks to our friends at Venture Communications for being our KGFX sports sponsor. One final look at our Wegner Auto scoreboard will show that Stanley County won this match 3-0, winning Game 1 25-18, Game 2 25-11, and Game 3 closing it out 25-18. Big thanks to Brian Menning for doing all the great camera work tonight. Big thanks to Megan Sexton doing all the real work back in the booth, pushing all the buttons, keeping us up on air. And I'm Justin Coward, thanking you for listening to tonight's broadcast of Stanley County Volleyball on KGFX.